Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we are going to show you the actual cost for $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 65-year-old female. Now, keep in mind, you can get a free quote on our website. Pretty much every page on our website has this quoter. You can enter whatever state you're in, coverage amount, birthday, and it will show you rates from all the different insurance companies. We're going to show you that quoter in just a moment. It's the same quoter that we use to help people with. And also, you can go to the comment section of this video. There will be a unique URL for our YouTube, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. We'll have a special quoter there where you can get the best discounts. You can also call us at 888-862-9456. So let's dive into this. So the first thing you should ask yourself, if you're looking at $10,000 worth of insurance, is that going to be enough for a 65-year-old female? Now, if you're going to get cremated, $10,000 is more than enough. You know, the average cost of a cremation in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. Now, if you're going to have some sort of celebration of life or remembrance ceremony, it's probably going to be $3,500 to $4,500. $10,000 more than appropriate. I will say, though, that we encourage people not to overinsure, so don't be thinking you need $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 and that you want to leave extra money behind to the kids. If you got the financial means to do so, go for it. But most people age 65 are on a fixed income and they're looking at saving money. With first day coverage, get enough to do the job. You can always add more coverage later. But, instead of spending extra money to give to your kids after you're dead, why not just kind of save that money on your insurance premium? And you can give that, you can actually spend that money on your children while you're alive, and you'll enjoy that, and they will have memories for the rest of their life. Seems like a better way to go. Now, if you're looking at $10,000 for a burial, that would get things done today. It's not going to be anything fancy. I can guarantee you that. But, if you walk into any funeral home in the United States right now with a $10,000 check, they'll probably help you. Again, won't be fancy, but, they're probably not going to let that check walk down, down the street to a competitor. They'll help you get things done. But the thing is if you're 65 years old, you're probably hoping to live to like 70 and then age 75 and 80. And $10,000 is enough for today. Remember, nothing fancy. But in 10 years or so, inflation's going to erode that away. And, it's probably not going to do it. So typically what we would help people with is, maybe $10,000, $12,500, $15,000, something like that. Just keep in mind, you don't have to max out your insurance. The rule number one is to have this insurance, right? You absolutely want to have this insurance and make sure some's there. So anything you've got that's going to pay out right away is going to be a benefit. Again, you can always add more coverage later. We can help you do that. So as I mentioned, we help people with first day coverage and benefits. We do that kind of low cost, same day approvals. So a lot of people would say, well, I'm not sure I qualify for first day coverage. You guys ask health questions. Well, yeah, there are health questions with first day coverage, but we work with enough different insurance companies that we generally don't have problems getting people first day coverage, regardless kind of what's going on with their health, unless it's something very significant like a terminal illness. You're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or if you're on dialysis, or you've got dementia, or if you're in a hospital or a nursing home. Another thing that just happens, just seems like every week, maybe certainly every month, is we have somebody call and they say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week, and the body is down at the funeral home and they didn't have burial insurance and we don't have any money. So we need to get this insurance right now so that we can pay the funeral home, because their body's just down at the funeral home. And we have to tell them that unfortunately there's no company in the United States right now that is going to offer insurance on somebody that's already died. And it's really sad when that happens. But, the only thing that we can probably do in that situation is learn from their mistakes and understand that we need to get this insurance actually before we need it. Now, another thing you really need to watch out for is those pesky 2-year waiting period plans. We don't recommend those at all. And if you're not sure what that is, they won't pay a penny out if you die of a health or medical reason in the first 2 years. And Colonial Penn's one of those companies we're not picking on them. That's just their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period. And, a female age 65 right here, their $9.95 plan, they advertise that like crazy. And some people get so excited because they think they're going to get 20 or 30 or even 40 or $50,000 worth of life insurance for $9.95. That advertising's pretty exciting. But then when you call up, reality hits pretty quickly. So for a 65-year-old female, $9.95 with Colonial Penn, you would only get $1,258. Ouch. That's not even enough to pay for a cremation these days. And even if it was enough to pay for a cremation these days, this policy is not going to pay out for 2 years. So if you die in the first 2 years, it's not going to pay a penny. Actually, it'll just return your premiums plus a small percentage that you get back. But you're buying this insurance because you want it to pay right away. So $9.95 won't even buy a cremation. And remember, when it does start paying out in 2 years, it's going to be more expensive because of inflation. So the other thing is Colonial Penn you can't buy $10,000 worth of final expense because they've got this per unit thing, and they make you guess around, and you end up with these really wonky numbers like 1,258. We got to play around with this, see what we can. Well, there we go. Nope, not 7 units. We got to go up to 8 units, see how close that gets. There we go. So we've got 8 units here that would buy $10,064. Remember, you can't buy $10,000 with this $9.95 plan. You've got to buy their units. So that would be $79.60. I'm going to round that up to 80. Just let's make some math easier. So let's take a look at here what first day coverage. Now remember, 2-year waiting periods. Colonial Penn's not the only one. Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha products, a 2-year waiting period. AIG, Gerber, those are 2-year waiting period. There's plenty of other plans out there. And a lot of those companies are going to tell you, hey, that's just the way this insurance works. They've all got 2-year waiting periods, and you can go, no, they don't. Talk with funeral funds, and they offer first day coverage. What you talking about there, you goofy people? So let's take a look here. We're having fun today. So let's $10,000, female, age 65. Let's hit the quote button and see what first day coverage, because first day coverage is going to be much less expensive. Let's go back and look here while that's calculating. Again, we're just going to round this up to $80. And if we look at here, so it's like around between, 40 to 40. I mean, the lowest price is $40.77, and then this is maybe 50 cents more, So there's some companies we don't always recommend some companies. And the reason is some of them you can't get an approval the same day. And we specialize in same day approvals because when you finally decide to get this insurance, don't you want it just done and get an answer that yes, it's done, and you can sleep at night well knowing that it's taken care of instead of waiting a week or 2 weeks or a month. So there's just some companies out there, even if they're like 50 cents less, we don't recommend. We actually recommend Trinity Life right here. We work with them. This is level first day coverage. And again, their pricing is right within 50 cents or so of the lowest price. And we really think there's a lot of value there because if you ever need help with your policy or need to change anything, they have really superior back-end office support. And you can get on the phone right away with somebody. That's worth an awful lot. But let's jump back here. Again, Colonial Penn, $79.60. We're going to round that up to 80. And this is $41.28. Easy math. I'm just going to say that's $40. So if you go to Colonial Penn or with Colonial Penn, you're going to overpay. Again, let's look at this one more time. 80. You're going to overpay roughly $20 a month for the rest of your life. So in 1 year, you'd be paying just under $240 more a month. And if you had this policy 10 years, you'd be paying just under $2,400. You'd be overpaying just under $2,400. Why would you do that? And with Colonial Penn, you get a 2-year waiting period. So it's in your best interest to go with a good, reputable company that is at the lower price spectrum, because otherwise, you're giving money away to the insurance company. We don't recommend that. Let's take a look at another company here too. Let's see. So you'll be able to see all these companies on our quarter too. Let's find somebody that advertises. Oh yeah, here we go. Lincoln Heritage. They advertise quite a bit actually. So they're a fine company, first day coverage, but their prices are high. Now Lincoln Heritage has got a thing where they say they will call when somebody passes away 2-3 different places, funeral homes, and get the lowest pricing. But you pay a premium for that. It's $58. Let's jump back down here. 58 versus 41. So roughly like $12 a month more, something like that. So 12 times 12 is $144 extra a year. If you live 10 years, that's going to be $1,444 for them to make 2 to 3 phone calls and kind of maybe a couple other things. But is that really worth paying $1,444-ish for them to make a couple calls? So we really recommend, we provide a funeral and estate planning guide that we provide that for free. If you just fill that out, keep it with your insurance policy, that way your family knows exactly what you want done. And all they got to do is just kind of follow through on it, and you save a whole lot of money. And we'd rather keep that money in your pocket. Instead of giving that money to an insurance company, keep it in your pocket, spend that on your family while you're alive, and spend it on your children or friends, family while you're alive, and you'll have those memories, and they will have those memories after you're gone. So, yeah, just go. If you want to find out what your lowest price is, go to our website. Again, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. We've got a specific quarter with the most discounts for our YouTube watchers. And you can always call us at 888-862-9456. And if you have a policy and you want to price check it, or if you are just looking around or shopping or just want some information or see if you can qualify for first day coverage, give us a call. We'd love to help you out with that. Until that day comes, you take care, you stay safe, and we look forward to talking with you in the future. Take care. Bye-bye.